We chatted, you were getting ready and making noises about doing a live video stream from this whole thing so that people who couldn't get down to ground zero, as it were, would be able to see this. How's that coming along for you folks?
Yes, we're getting really excited. We're ramping up, and thank you for having me on again to talk about it. So our plans are really starting to firm up here, and we're gonna be in two sites. So part of my team is going to be in Festus, and we are going to try to stream back from Festus to the Science Center. But we are going to also have a party at the Science Center because we know that not everybody's going to be able to make it to totality. There's people who are going to have to work who might want to come over on their lunch break because we're in the area. There's people who are going to need to have air conditioning. They're not going to be able to stand out in the Missouri heat of August. And we want to provide a fun and safe place for everybody to see the eclipse, whether they're trying to see totality or they're trying to see just the partial that we have here at the Science Center.
And can you explain to us what we can expect on that day? What will actually happen? Hopefully,
Sure.
It won't be a cloudy day.
Right, knock on wood.
Yes.
So if you are in the path of totality, you're going to notice that it starts to get darker, and you're going to notice that it starts to get a little bit darker too with the partial as well. It just won't go to the extremes that totality does, so seeing that total eclipse. And that's going to start around 10 a.m., where you're going to start to see the beginning of the moon, the disk of the moon pass in front of the sun. And then as we get to that about 1:16 p.m. period, that's when totality is going to hit. And it's going to depend on where you are. So if you are in totality and you want to observe that, you need to make sure that you know exactly when totality starts and stops for you. That's very, very, very important. And you can check those times by going to greatamericaneclipse.com. You can look at, there's a map on there. You can also go through the St. Louis Eclipse Task Force website, MissouriEclipse2017.com, and you can look up exactly what your totality is going to be. There's some links there to do that. And as we approach totality, darkness is going to start to ramp up, and it's going to get darker faster and faster. You're going to notice a drop in temperature. Animals will start to act a little differently. Birds will go to roost. Some of them will change to singing an evening song instead of their daytime song. They're going to act like it's nighttime coming up. And then we like to say, too, that humans are the animals that are going to act the strangest. I've been told that we're not going to be able to contain hooping and hollering and oohing and awing at what's about to happen, and when it finally does. And then when we hit totality, you're actually going to be able to see the brighter stars and the planets that are out at that point that we wouldn't normally see because of the sun. And then you'll be able to see the sun's corona. Now, it's very important to note, I keep saying you're going to see this. You need to do it safely, though. So, of course, never, ever, ever look directly at the sun. The only way it's safe to do that is if you have special filters. We do have an eclipse show here at the James S. McDonald Planetarium at the St. Louis Science Center, all about the eclipse. And you do get a pair of glasses with your ticket when you come see that. We also do have eclipse glasses available in our gift shop. And those have been selling out. We just got more in. So if you need to get some, you can come on down and grab those. And we also show other techniques for observing safely, so like building pinhole viewers.
And the whole point here is you're sort of ramping up to this whole thing in the planetarium with this this program that you're doing, Live Sky Eclipse, that's on every day at 2:30 in the afternoon. And I guess it's sort of a summation of everything you're doing and everything else that goes along with this whole thing, isn't it?
Yes, and actually because of ramping up for the eclipse and getting more interest, we actually do show Live Sky Eclipse now at both 11:30 and 2:30. Every day except for Sundays, since we open a little bit later on Sundays. And then on Thursdays, we stay open late, so we're actually doing Live Sky Eclipse a third time, and that is at 5:30 p.m.
That sounds
so on Thursdays, it's 11:30, 2:30, and 5:30.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I think a lot of people are really looking forward to this, so thanks for keeping us posted.
Definitely, and just a reminder too, the last time that a total eclipse came through the St. Louis area was 1442, and it's not going to happen again until 2505. So
don't miss out.
Make sure you get out and see it. Yes, definitely.
Here's hoping for clear skies that day, and good luck on streaming the video on that too. That I think will be very promising for a lot of folks. Anna, thank you very much for the time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Not a problem. Anna Green, James S. McDonald Planetarium Manager at the St. Louis Science Center. As you can tell, she